So now let's move to another story that is there on your page number 60. Here is a story of Raj Sundari Devi. So she was, you can see on your book, and if you are not having books, you can see on this page. So she was a housewife from rich landlord family, and during that time it was believed that if a woman learned to read and write, she would bring bad luck to her husband and become a widow. So this was the narrow mindedness of that particular time, right? So it was believed that if a lady will start reading and writing, so she will become widow, right? So that was a completely superstitious, definitely. So she had written a book at her age of 60, and further that was given a name. She had written that book in Bangla, but further that had got a name that was Amar Jiban. In the first, that was the first autobiography written by Indian woman. Fine, Amar Jiban. So what is her story, that how she started studying and how she learned reading, writing, everything. So I would start working at dawn and I would still be at it until well beyond midnight. See, जब दिन ढलता है, she started learning during that time. After wrapping up, after winding up each and every household work, then she started learning, right? That too secretly. सबके सामने नहीं सीख सकती थी, because that was counted as a bad luck for husband. So as she started working at dawn and I would still be it until well beyond midnight, कि जब वो काम करना स्टार्ट करती थी तो वो जानबूझ के देर रात तक करती रहती थी, so that सारे सो जाएं और उसके बाद उसको टाइम मिल जाए अपने स्टडीज़ के लिए. So I had no rest in between, और मैं कभी भी रेस्ट नहीं किया. I was only 14 years old at that time. Raj Sundari Devi, she was only 14 years old when she started learning, right, after her marriage, because during that time बहुत छोटी एज में मैरिज हो जाती थी ना, तो दिस वॉज अ रीज़न. सो आई वॉज I came to nurture a great longing. I would learn to read and I would read a religious manuscript. So it was her zeal that I want to learn that a religious manuscript. I was unlucky in those days. Women were not educated. Later I began to resent my own thoughts. What is wrong with me? Then she started thinking. उसने सोचना शुरू किया कि what is wrong with you? If you want to learn, then why you cannot? She started fighting with her own thinkings only. So what is wrong with me? Women do not read. How will I do it? फिर वो सोचने लगी कि because in their era it was not allowed for the girls to read and write. See, she started thinking and fighting with her own thoughts that how can I study? I want to study. Then I was reading the manuscript. Then she had a dream. That very night only she had a dream that she is reading Chaitanya Bhakt, that is the life of a saint, right? So later in the day, as I sat in the kitchen and when she was cooking, she heard her husband's voice to her eldest son, that her husband is saying to her eldest son कि Vipin, I have left my Chaitanya Bhakt here. देखो, what is a coincidence? She had a dream that she is reading Chaitanya Bhagat, right? And on the same day, her husband said to her eldest son that beta, I have left my Chaitanya Bhakt here. When I ask for it, bring it in. कि जब मैं बोलूँ तो अंदर ले आना. And he left the book there and went away, or he kept the book there only and he went away. When the book had been taken inside, I secretly took out a page and hid it carefully. जब वो book अंदर, वो तो चले गए थे ना उसके husband, and she secretly took out one page and hid it. उसने क्या किया? Hide कर लिया. वो page था जो she hid it. And what further? It was a job hiding it, for nobody must find it in my hands. Fine. She was hiding it because no one where we are. Yes. So I hide one of them as well at times. My eldest son was practicing his alphabets at that time, and alphabeting her elder son was practicing for the alphabets. वो सीख रहा था in his early age. So she took out one page from that as well and one from that Chaitanya Bhagat's book as well. Fine. So I had one of them as well. At times I went over that trying to match letters from that page with the letters, and I remembered I also tried to match the words. See how much of hard work she was doing to learn and to read and write. And what we people are doing, हम क्या करते हैं? We have each and every kind of facility. Still we are not ready to learn the new things. है ना? It happens that your parents are giving a lot to you, every kind of facility, but still you are not utilizing it well. So respect them and also start utilizing these things. So yes, we were on story, and she started matching those letters, those alphabets with the letters of that Chaitanya Bhag's page, which she taken it out, right, secretly. So and I learned how to read, and this is the way how she learned to read. After learning the alphabets, Rajsundari Devi was able to read the Chaitanya Bhagat, as she had a dream as well. So her dream fulfilled, right? Through her own writing, she also gave the world an opportunity to read about women's life. In those days, Rajsundari Devi wrote about her everyday life experience in detail. So she had written a book on her own, and also she had written each and every detail how she had learned, right, reading, writing. So there were days when she did not have a moment's rest, no time even to sit down and eat. So this phase she had she had faced. So now there is a story on your page number 60, and you can see this. So there is another story about Rokia Sakhawat Hussain and her dreams about Ladyland. So it's a very interesting story. Basically this chapter is completely depends upon story, right? So Rokia Sakhawat Hussain and her dreams about Ladyland. So Rokia Sakhawat Hussain was born into a rich family who owned a lot of land. So she was a daughter from a very rich family, though she knew how to read and write Urdu, but she was stopped to learn Bangla and English, because during that time it was believed that if we will teach English language to girls, what will happen? Girls would expose to new ideas, कि उनको western culture के नए नए ideas आएंगे और वो forward होती चली जाएंगी. Fine. So that during that time it was not tolerable at all. Rokia learned to read and write Bangla and English with the support of her elder brother and elder sister. She went on to become a writer. She wrote a remarkable story titled Sultana's Dream in 1905. So this is very interesting line. Just read it thoroughly. That she wrote a story just to check her skills, whether my English skills improved or not, right? So she wrote a story, Sultana's Dream in 1905 to this story imagined a woman called Sultana. उसने क्या देखा इस स्टोरी में, उसने क्या कुछ लिखा कि this is a story of a woman named Sultana who reads a place called Ladyland. कि सुल्ताना की स्टोरी है और वो कहाँ पे पहुँच जाती है? Ladyland पे. Ladyland is a place where women had the freedom to study, work and create invention like controlling rain from the clouds. So this much big story she had written, ki she saw that she is on that Ladyland, that Sultana, where ladies are working to control the clouds, to control the rain from the clouds and flying aircars, everything she saw. In the Ladyland, the men had been sent into seclusion, their aggressive guns and other weapons of war defeated by the brain power of women. In that, she had written that men are also working with the brain power of women only. They were just following the orders of women. Fine. As Sultana travels in Ladyland with sister Sarha, जैसे ही वो सुल्ताना सरहा के साथ जाने लगी, she awakes to realize that she was only dreaming. उसको लगा कि वो तो सिर्फ ड्रीम ही ले रही है. Then further, she fulfilled that dream. Okay, as you can see, Rokia Sakhawat Hussain was dreaming of women flying planes and cars even before girls were being allowed to go to school. And now you can see girls are definitely are pilots as well, right? And they are going to space, है ना? So she had a dream and she tried to fulfill that dream, and To give such education to girls, she started a school for girls in Kolkata in 1910, and to this day the school is still functioning, and अभी तक भी वो जो school है वो function में है, चल रहा है, that is still active. Okay. Yes beta, now we will talk about next topic, that is schooling and education today. So you can see here, now you definitely you have seen the difference. If I'll talk about the like same time of your grandparents, and if I'll talk about today's time, there is huge difference, right? So today both girls and boys attend school in large numbers. If you can see the ratio of your class even, है ना, आपकी क्लास में boys भी हैं girls भी हैं, or only boys are there, both are there, no? So yet as well we see there still remain difference between the education of boys and girls, but still there will be more numbers of boys, right? Because obviously what is the one reason is that girls are less. Another thing, in some of the areas and some of the villages, they just think we should not send our girls to a good school, why to spend load on their education, है ना? So this is the thinking. So if we'll talk about India as a census, every 10 years census क्या होता है? People from government, they used to come at your home, है ना, and they used to ask कि how many members are there, how many female, how many male, what is their age, what is their occupation, what is their profession, right? Are they studying or not? So this is called the census, right? So census is, it gathers detailed information about the people living in India, about their age, about their schooling, what work they do, and so on, right? So we use this information to measure many things like the number of literate people. Why the people used to take this census? Why government used to take this census? To see the literacy number and the numbers of male and females and so on. So if we will talk about, according to 1961, if we will talk about the literacy rate, so you can see beta in 1961, see the census, about 40% of all boys and men were literate. So how many? In 1961, if I'll talk about, 40% of the boys and men, they were literate, right? And that is, they could at least write their names, right? ऐसा नहीं है कि सारे इंजीनियर बन गए हैं, सारे डॉक्टर्स बन गए मेल और मैन, नहीं. It is about that they are this much literate that they can write, they could write at least their names and their signatures, okay? And during that time, compared to just 15% of all girls and women, ratio of men and male, that was 40%. Out of 100% male, 40% were literate, and out of 100% girls, if I'll talk about, only 15% in 1961 were literate. And if we will move further, census of 2011, if I'll talk about census of 2011, what is the figure? That is grown to 82% of boys. Out of 100%, 82% boys were literate, and 65% out of 100%, 65 girls and women were literate. Still there is lot of gap तो है ना, right? 82% and 65%, there is huge gap still, if I'll say. This means that the proportion of both men and women who are now able to read and at least some amount of schooling has increased. चलो कुछ तो like if I'll talk about girls only, 15% during that time in 1961. If I'll talk about 2011, it is far better, 65%, right? So definitely it is increasing day by day, but still girls are still less literate in comparative to boys. So here is one, if I'll say, table of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. These are the low caste people, and mostly the dropout from school remains from these low castes only. If I'll talk about scheduled caste or scheduled tribes, fine, because their thinking is that girls' work is just to take care about their houses, is to just to take care about their children, just to take care about their husbands, in-laws. So if I say in this, you can see in the primary class, here is the level all SC and ST. Sorry, fine. So if I'll talk about the primary classes, you can see primary classes, that is class 1 to 5. इसमें रेशो देखिए. If I'll talk about the total boys का क्या है प्राइमरी क्लासेस में जो ऑल कास्ट के हैं, तो वी आर गोइंग टू कंपेयर इन शेड्यूल एंड शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब्स. यू कैन सी बॉयज़ का रेशो 4.71 है एंड गर्ल्स का 4.20 है एंड देन टोटल 4.46. एवरीवेयर यू कैन सी that the dropouts from SC and SST caste is more, and that if you will compare in all girls dropouts, that is more in comparative to boys, right? So in primary section, in primary class 1 to 5, in upper primary, that is class 6 to 8, you can see in this table it is clearly mentioned how many boys drop out the school, how many girls drop out the school out of percentage. It is just percentage, okay, and how many total number of percentage dropouts, fine. So if I'll say, you have probably noticed in the above table that SC and SST girls leave the school at a rate that is higher than the category all girls, right? All girls का जो आप देखते हैं category, you can see total, and if you will find the difference of girls. See, in all girls it is 16.88. You can see the compare in secondary level, and in ST and SC you can see 24.40. So it is in comparative more in ST and SC caste, fine. So this means that girls who are from Dalit and Adivasi backgrounds are less likely to remain in the school. So this is what this table elaborates itself, fine. So there are several reasons why children from Dalit and Adivasi and Muslim communities leave the school. क्यों छोड़ते हैं? Because as I already told you, in many parts of the country, first reason is, in many parts of the country, especially in rural and poor areas, there may not even proper schools or proper teachers and the proper education system, fine. Further, school is not close to people's home and there is no transport like buses or vans. Definitely girls are not safe everywhere, है ना. So this is the another reason. Next, many families are too poor and unable to bear the cost of educating all their children, right? Because in their caste, they people used to have so many children, 3, 4, 5, right? So they people cannot or unable to bear the cost of the education. So these are the particular reasons, right? As boys may get preferences in this situation, and sometimes boys also leave the school. You have seen in SC and ST caste, fine. So what are the reasons? You have studied about Om Prakash Valmiki. He left the school. What was the reason behind that? You know well, because he has to do another works, mopping, sweeping of the school, and his father saw and just he left the school. So these are some reasons. So here is a table of percentage of boys of ST caste and all boys who drop out the school. Okay. Next is our women's movement, beta. So what is the women movement? Women and girls now have the right to study and go to school. Yes, we are going also. So there are other spheres like legal reform, violence and health. What is a movement? It is just to change the world. If something is happening with the women which comes under their disliking or which is not their wish to do, or some laws are emphasizing on them, fine. So this is and to change that particular thing, that comes under the women movement. Women movement क्या होता है कि if something wrong is happening to women and that is not according to their wish, so they used to take steps, as if I say rallies, dharnas, these steps, campaigning. So these steps they take just to ask for their right and just to change that particular thing. What comes under that? If I'll talk about the dowry system पता है ना, दहेज वगैरह लेना, and people used to kill their daughter-in-law if they are not getting proper dowry, है ना. And we are going to study about this only. So Where the situation of women and girls has improved, these changes have not happened automatically. And women movement में, if we are going to study further, कि what are the things which were changed, and definitely those were not changed automatically, नहीं change हुआ. That was just with the women movement. ठीक है, बहुत सारी लेडीज ने इकट्ठे होके स्ट्रगल किया, देन ओनली इट गॉट चेंज. फाइन. So, women individually and collectively have struggled to bring about these changes. This struggle is known as the women movement. Understood what is women movement? So, what were the many men support the women movement as well. बहुत सारे men ने जो educated हैं and they want to pop up their sisters and to their wives and to their mothers for good education. So, they also supported them with the same. Fine. So the diversity, passion and efforts of those involved makes it very vibrant movement. Different strategies have been used to spread awareness. अब वो movement है वो किस किस तरीके से हो सकता है, कैसे कैसे spread हो सकता है. First is campaigning. Campaigning क्या होता है? हर जगह लाके प्रचार करना, हर जगह पे जाके स्प्रेड करना, किसी भी बात को प्रचार करना, उस चीज़ का नारेबाजी से कुछ भी लगाइए. Campaigns to fight discrimination and violence against women are an important part of the women movement. If something is happening which is not with the wish of women and girls or ladies want to change something into the laws which is for their betterment. Fine. So that can happen and that is a very much important part, the campaigning. जगह जगह पे जाके उसको प्रचार करना, लोगों को अवेयर करना, टू अवेयर द पीपल बाय गोइंग इनटू डिफरेंट एरियाज. फाइन. सो campaigns have also led to new laws being passed, as we have already shared. A law was made in 2006 to give women who face physical and mental violence within their homes, the girls who were getting harassed by sometimes by their parents also and sometimes by their in-laws. So in 2006 there was a change in that law and some legal protection were given to them. Similarly, efforts made by the women movement led the Supreme Court to formulate guidelines in 1997 to protect women against sexual harassment. Right? Some girls are forcefully getting this sexual harassments. So in 1997 there were guidelines in laws which protects girls from the sexually harassment. Fine. Then in the 1980s, for example, women's group across the country spoke out against dowry deaths. During that time, lot of cases were heard related to the dowry system, as girls were burnt, they were murdered by their in-laws because they were not getting proper dowry. Fine. So cases of young brides, as we have already talked about the same, women's group spoke out against the failure to bring these cases to justice. जब उनको न्याय नहीं मिला है ना, they went to court when they were not getting proper justice, then they started campaigning, raising awareness and everything whatever they could do, dharnas, the rallies है ना, related to that dowry system. And they did so by coming on the streets, approaching the courts and by sharing information. Eventually this became a public issue in the newspaper and society, and the dowry laws were changed to punish family who seek dowry. And nowadays also क्या है, and who had started this? The Satya Rani, an active member of the women's movement, sitting on the steps of the Supreme Court surrounded by legal files gathered during the course of a long legal battle to seek justice for her daughter who was murdered for dowry. कि उसकी बेटी थी, जो सत्या रानी की बेटी थी, she was murdered by her in-laws for not getting proper dowry. So she sat on the stairs of Supreme Court to get justice, and after that it started. And nowadays if anyone demands for dowry, they will be cleared as culprit and definitely will get punishment. And next comes to our page number 65, raising awareness. What is raising awareness? You all know well, I know, है ना, सबको पता है क्या होता है. raising awareness किसी एक particular चीज़ के बारे में किसी को aware करना. So an important part of the women's movement's work is to raise public awareness on women's right issues, right? Public को aware करना that what are the rights of women nowadays. You can see so many NGOs are there, right? And different like teams are settled up to help women, right? So every woman and everyone should be aware about the rights and the issues related to women, fine. So their message has been spread through street plays, songs and public meetings. तो कैसे awareness करेंगे? Everywhere we can place pamphlets, है ना, and to with the help of street plays and with the songs, है ना, we just push up the women and their rights and public meetings. So this is how, as you might have seen somewhere ना, बेटी पढ़ाओ बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ, है ना, you can see everywhere nowadays. तो सब जगह पे इस तरह के pamphlets you can see, fine. Next is protesting. What is protesting? For your right you can state forward, say to something firmly, you can say कि this is my right as a woman, it is my right, fine. So don't emphasize anything on me, fine. Protesting, the women's movement raise its voice when violation against women take place, or for example when a law or policy acts against their interest. अब the law or policy which is against them, like against about their rights, so they can raise their voice. So that is called protest, to formally say for their rights, fine. Public rallies and demonstration are very powerful way of drawing attention to injustice. So with the help of, you can see they are giving slogans, है ना, and for their rights they are demanding perhaps. So this is called protesting. Next, showing solidarity. Solidarity क्या होता है? To support a particular group if you are agree with the same, and that is for the upliftment of that particular women part. We are talking today women change the world. So the women's movement is also about showing solidarity with other women and causes. If one woman is showing okay that I'm disagree with the same, and lot of women get together and definitely they are also disagreed, so that is called the solidarity, to support. See, you can see below, on 8 March International Women Day. Do you know on 8 March that is called the International Women Day, women all over the world come together to celebrate and renew their struggles, है ना. They used to gather here. Above, women are holding up candles to demonstrate the solidarity between the people of India and Pakistan. Every 14th August on the Wagah border सुने, that is a border between India and Pakistan, fine. So they people used to gather there and also hold a cultural program to show the solidarity and for the rights and the struggles of the women. So this was what all about our today's chapter, that was women change the world. So hope you all have understood, right? Okay beta, take care, take your studies seriously, complete your work, right? And we will meet in the Zoom meeting. If you will be having any kind of query, any kind of problem, let me know. Okay, so take care, stay healthy, stay safe.